Say they are shocked and in disbelief over what they saw at the Little League fields in Constantine, Michigan. Now, graffiti was written all over some of the dugouts and other buildings on the property. And one woman says they are the worst words you can imagine. WSBT's James Fillmore is here right now. And James, some of the words are racial slurs.
Well, the N-word was used a couple times, Rick, as well as a racial slur targeting Hispanics. KKK was written, and there were also a couple drawings of swastikas. A lot of people I spoke to say this does not represent how the community feels about minorities. Karen Noga first saw the graffiti Monday when she took her son to football practice.
Oh my gosh, it's just horrible words.
In addition to racial slurs, there were several swear words written. Most of the graffiti has been covered up with paint, but Noga took some pictures before that happened. She was upset that her children had to see this.
I'm doing my best in raising my kids right, and for one, I'm not gonna raise them to be prejudiced.
Police believe the graffiti was done sometime between Saturday night and Sunday morning. And it's not just the Little League fields. Graffiti was found on houses, cars, and even a business. There was also graffiti at one of the parks in Constantine, including the N-word, which was written in front of the drinking fountain.
Considering with the things going on in Ferguson, it's certainly a tragic thing that we have to be spreading this around the U.S. like this.
The chief of the Constantine Police Department says they have received a couple tips, but they didn't pan out. He thinks this was a random act and that it wasn't done by a racist group or organization. Noga wants whoever is responsible to be held accountable.
I really hope, whoever did this really thinks about what they did, because, if they ever have kids, I hope they don't get to, experience all the bad words and the racism.
The police chief says if this was done by minors, the punishment could be a fine, community service, or even time in a juvenile detention facility. There's several hundreds of dollars worth of damage, so the chief says if an adult did the graffiti, they could be charged with a felony. If you have any information, call Constantine Police. In the studio, James Fillmore, WSBT Channel 22 News.
Well, 2 police officers reportedly have been shot in a hostage